Hello there. I'm going to show you how to deal with directories that have too many files in them using regular expressions to remove the files. So for instance, say you have a directory with millions of files in it and you need to remove some files but not all of them, then you can actually do this with regular expressions. So I created this sequence to create 1.5 million files in here in this testing directory called test file dot and then the number in the sequence. And RM or remove can only handle so many arguments at a time. So basically what we need to do is we need to get a directory listing using like ls-l, and you can see there's a bunch of test file dot and then the number for the file name. We can actually use regular expressions to do that. Basically what this is saying is test file dot 0 through 1, and then so this is going to remove roughly 100,000 files. This is going to be 0 through 1, and then the next number, so it'd be like test file dot 0 or 1, and then 0 through 9, and then the next digit would be 0 through 9, and then the next digit would be 0 through 9 again. So there's 6 digits here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the next digit would be 0 through 9 again. So I'm not sure how many arguments ARM can handle. Let's just try and increase this. Since we've already removed those, let's try like 2 through 4. And this should remove roughly 200,000 files. Oh, nope, the argument list is too long. So it looks like we can only do about 100,000 files at a time. So let's just keep doing that until we got all the files removed that we want. The reason we're doing this is because we need to also shrink the directory afterwards. And apparently that's too large as well. So let's just do, this is just going to be 100,000 files at a time. The last one was almost 200,000 files at a time because I was doing 200,000 through 399,000. And I'm just going to go ahead and pause this video while I do this, and I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. So I had to go through quite a different amount of iterations of these to remove all the files. Eventually I had to do a rm-f with a test file.star because I got to underneath 50,000 of these files. And the whole point is we wanted to save 500 files in this directory. So the only issue with this is the directory listing is still going to take a long time. Or at least I thought it would, because the directory should be quite large still. Yeah, it's still 51 megabytes. So if your directory listing was still taking a long time, what you can do is actually you can rsync this into another directory, call it like testing.new. And then, so you save those 500 files, and you can move testing to testing.back. And then you can move testing.new to testing. And then that would solve your problem with the directory being too large, because basically this directory is still large because it still has a record of all those files that were in there, the 1.5 million files. And so if you're still having issues with speed on your server, then you'd want to basically just do that process I just did of syncing the directory to a new directory and then moving it into place on top of where the old directory was. So after you're done doing that, you are all set. You basically just solved your problem. The reason you'd want to do this is if, say, if you have a cron job that has like a PHP process that's running over and over again, you might be creating millions of files over a couple of years, and that could cause speed issues with your server. Basically, to get a listing on this directory before, when I had over 1.5 million files, it took over 5 minutes just to get a listing on here. So anytime you'd want to interact with that directory, it'd take 5 minutes just to return anything from that directory, like write a new file or find a file or anything like that. So that's it. I hope you learned something and have a good day.